Hey, and welcome to the next BetterUI videos. I'm Jake Banowski from Good UI, and in this one, I'll be talking about Dropbox homepage. Specifically, I brought a couple suggestions of how I think their revenue could increase. The suggestions are annotated right here. It's a combination of some are, you might notice, some are pattern based. So each pattern is actually a particular change that we're already tracking, and we're assessing how repeatable, how likely, how positive, or how negative it is. And that's the measure of repeatability. And also the median or the more or less expected effect from a change like this based on a test or numerous tests. Okay. And then we also have other suggestions which I think might be good. I don't have any data for it. Nevertheless, I still tag them along here. Okay. And then also show a couple concepts or some of the ways some of these suggestions could manifest themselves in a solution. Okay, so that's on this side here. All right. Okay, so most of you are probably familiar with Dropbox, an amazing product. They have multiple plans: freemium model, premium, individual, business, user-based pricing, and such. So a wide diversity of ways of capturing revenue. That's why, again, we're focusing very specifically. Again, if this were to be tested, which we highly recommend, any of these types of changes, we would focus on measuring revenue as the primary. Okay, so some of the changes. Empowering headline is the first thing. So put your creative energy to work with Dropbox. Okay, fair enough. I know these guys went through a branding exercise and are abstracting. Many people are getting familiar with Dropbox. They know it's file sharing. But with this pattern, I'm making a statement or a guess or a bet and bringing in a repeatability value of 0.75, which basically means we have a handful of weak tests in favor in the positive. So again, claim maybe it'll win and maybe it's a good thing. To be a little bit more specific, to be a little bit more empowering. Okay, this already empowers people. Sure, put your creative energy to work. Yes, but again, I think it lacks specificity. You can, if you were to take this, write this down somewhere, and start thinking about this. Is it about increasing my creativity with painting, with sculpting, singing? Am I going to make better videos with this thing? Here's my suggestion, getting down to the core of what this thing is. Sync and share any of your files instantly with anyone. I'm guessing instantly is probably that thing I can't really do that this tool allows me to. You can set up shares with people, and you basically save a file, and then the other person on the next end already has that file. You don't have to do anything. I think that was one of the kind of golden, amazing moments when I first started using Dropbox years ago. So that's my guess here. Empower people, be specific. Okay. And let me show you a couple. Actually, you know what? Let me show you this pattern here. So pattern 22 is what we're tracking, and this is what a particular pattern looks like. Again, we have empowering headline. We are making we're identifying the change as do something valuable in a better way that you weren't able to before. Okay. And then we have two tests in favor of this pattern already, of different significance or different confidence, different strengths. Here's one where it likely worked for a polling app. Again, also a homepage or a landing page. Ask questions, get answers. Notice this is kind of abstract. Again, you could be asking questions and answers to who? To your, I don't know, at a cafe or to your family or on the street. Like, who am I going to ask? Okay. And publish engaging polls on Facebook. So now you're becoming a publisher. And you can also, you qualify the poll. So it's not just a poll. You're asking amazing, like engaging polls with which might obtain lots of answers. They'll get people involved. And where? On Facebook. Okay, cool. I can't do that yet now. So maybe with this application, I can do this. Okay, this application enables me to do something I wasn't able to do before, which this actually doesn't have, again, because I can go outside and ask a question, get an answer. This I cannot do. Hence, this is empowering. All right. Same here. Put your creative energy to work with Dropbox. I can take a piece of paper and start sketching. I can be creative. No one's stopping me from this. This doesn't do anything to me. But I cannot sync and share any of my files instantly with anyone on the internet. That's a roadblock. And now this thing enables this. Hence, it's empowering me. Okay. So that's my long explanation of one little pattern. I'll be quicker on the next ones. Top align labels is the next one. Pretty standard procedure. You start typing stuff, disappears, you forget what that field name was, and a percentage of people might get confused and stall at that. So top align labels suggest to place them above the form fields. Okay, fewer form fields, again, another powerful pattern, basically removing friction by removing form fields. So this one isn't really, well, it's not really, well, it's removing, but it's kind of merging. It's the suggestion we're making is, hey, why don't we merge first name, last name into full name, and then programmatically break it up into two parts if we need to on the back end. All right, postponed modal forms. This one suggests, let's open this one up, okay? Pattern 10, here. Here is our cheat sheet of past test data, which helps us to predict. Okay, and this one basically suggests don't show form fields right away. Place a button, and only after clicking that button, show the form field. Okay, we have two tests in favor, one test in favor of it, one very, very strong test in favor of it, and another suggestive against it. Hence, we still have a net, maybe net positive. Okay, and that's what we're suggesting to do right here. Slow down with the form field, and here's actually here's the actual implementation. Okay, and only later do we launch or inline expand. This could be like an inline expansion here as well. The actual form field. So that's variation. That's covered in variation D. Okay. Let's correct this here. This should be variation D. Okay, gradual reassurance. Common pattern, very, very similar to not starting with form fields. This one suggests to start with a choice, a very simple choice. And if we're to test this, we place this into our best variation here, variation B. The way this could work is, ask a question and offer a couple situations. What do you want to do? They want to share files with between myself and my devices and or my friends, my close ones here, or do I want to maybe back up the files, or do I want to share with my company, with my team members, with multiple people at the same time, or maybe I want to work on a particular document. I think Dropbox released recently Dropbox Paper, which allows people to kind of collaborate again on a document. And basically how the pattern unfolds is you ask that question, someone makes a choice that they feel is the most important for them, and here's the reassurance. We say, yes, perfect, great. We can do that. Dropbox can do that for you. We also added a little addition, which isn't clear up front. These guys do offer free forever plan with 2 gigabytes that comes as part of that. That allows you to share your files or sync between you and other devices and such. Okay, so this is the reassurance, and then only then do we show the form. Okay, so that's a suggestion here. Notice actually we also explored a slightly different gradual reassurance, very strictly pertaining to not the actual situations here, but just to file size. Okay, and just did a very high level conceptual exploration of this, and are asking a somewhat similar question about file size. Do you need 2 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, just for yourself, or maybe do you need 2 terabytes or unlimited? And these are the premium team plans. The other cool thing I think about this is that this feels very powerful. Basically, these guys have unlimited plans for business, but nowhere are they saying it on the homepage. Okay, and I mean, if these choices were to be expressed, we could, push users into similar like different plans. Maybe obviously this is the free forever plan, but then these plans would start pushing people into the business plans. Okay. What else? Use supporting images. Okay, so they hired some artists. Great. Looks nice, abstract. But does the image really work? Does it really explain? Does it really work with this? Put your creative energy to work with Dropbox. Maybe. I guess we could, sip martinis and discuss this, and have different opinions. My opinion is that all this space could be used to clarify less abstractly, more specifically what this tool is about. Okay, and I did a couple explorations here. This 3-part exploration of what you're getting as part of Dropbox. On one part, I highlighted instant collaboration. I feel like that's like the powerful, again, moment. I save a file, someone else on another end has that file right away, and I have to attach it. I have to send emails and blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is gold, I think. Another thing is reassuring people, right? I mean, people might be working with huge files, with videos. So I want to convey that this is for huge, as well as tiny little files. Okay, and with any subliminally here, like a little additional piece of information. Doesn't matter what the file is. Okay, it could be video, it could be whatever, PDF. Who cares? And that point is a little bit pertaining to this. So again, they have this image of some Explorer or file browser or whatever, and I'm just trying to convey size here. So being able to reassure about file types, file sizes. I was also thinking about, hey, maybe this should also reassure about operating systems and devices. So I actually added a little bit something here. Even though, again, it's a popular product, many people know about this, but it's probably good to remind that, hey, it doesn't matter what your operating system is. This is like cross operating system, and yeah, Dropbox has you covered. All right. And then Paper. Right. So Paper is this new tool, new file type, or sorry, new addition to their platform, to Dropbox platform, and it allows collaboration. So imagine a Word document or some sort of document where multiple people can collaborate on it. Explore Paper. I think there's a big question that arises with this: is, do I need to sign up for this separately? Do I get this with the sign up above? Do I get this with the individual plans or the business plans? Big question marks here. Okay, it's a very, I think, stressful uncertainty here. Like they're actually pointing to a separate landing page, and it's just could be answered so quickly. Okay, so the way I started answering that is with this. All Dropbox accounts let you create, brainstorm, collect, share rough drafts with Dropbox Paper. Okay, so Dropbox Paper comes with any account you sign up. You don't go anywhere else. You sign up with all the other accounts or with above. Also add this little intro subtext into all the other statements here. All Dropbox accounts come with instant collaboration. All Dropbox accounts work with any files, big or small. And then added that this is a new thing. And again, it also comes with that. All right. What else? Here there's some issues. So one issue is that this is missing a free reassurance. I don't know if this is a good thing for conversions or revenue or not. Maybe, I don't know if that's what they found, but this has free, this doesn't. That raises a question. Is this true? Is this, this is only paid? Which is not true. It's actually one of the things that caught my attention, why initially years ago signed up for Dropbox, was because they offered 2 gigabytes for free. So I would bring that back. I would see what that does. And here's my suggestion. Forever free for one user up to 2 gigabytes or so. All right. Another ambiguity, which I think could be removed, is the any size mention here. Okay. This begins to overlap with a freelancer. I mean, a freelancer is a business owner, and any size also includes one. So does this really help? I think the point of this is that they should be more and more exclusive from each other. So, and it should be easy to select one choice between one choice and another. And right now it's a little uncertain. Again, I, for example, run a company with 2 people, and or some other freelancers might be running, have a team, have a business of 1, and then the question remains, should I pick this or this? And it's not certain. Okay. For freelancers or solo workers, for teams and businesses. So I just removed that of any size, so that this begins to, and also added these little people here just to reinforce that message. This is for individuals, for one person. This is for teams. What else? There's an awkward situation here with them. I don't know. Maybe again they tested this, but you can only sign up for business accounts if you have 3 or more people. All right. So this leaves this is an awkward moment. What if you have 2 people? What do you choose? That ambiguity we would test as a separate experiment and basically enable something like this. So, for again, be super clear on the division between individual and business or teams, and say that this is for 1, this is for 2 or more, and close that gap. So that's a separate experiment. Okay. That's our concept. It has, again, this one has multiple changes. Is our best, what we would call a best shot or combination test. Would have gradual reassurance, these additional reassurances, an empowering headline, would have clear visuals supporting this message here, what this thing is, for where in which situation it works, and less ambiguity between the choice that has to be made here. Okay, so that's our primary B version. We also explored a separate gradual reassurance version C, and this is a very, very similar pattern. It's called example situations and postpone modal. And I think it will be interesting to compare this to gradual reassurance, and by just showing the situations, not making them clickable, but highlighting that this Dropbox works for these situations, and just sign up and move ahead with the process. Okay, I would be curious to find out if if the choice here is better than just illustrating the situations. Okay, so yeah, this is what we would turn into a test. This is what we suggest, and hopefully it was useful. Thanks for watching.